Okie dokie. So it looks like I am live, hopefully. Yep, okay, cool. That is live. Just going to set up TikTok then, folks, and I'll be with everyone then. Okay, there we go. Afternoon, 4-5. Oh, you're there already. You're queued up. Fantastic stuff. How are we all doing? Good to see you all. So Bitcoin's been so boring. I've had to zoom into the half-hour chart. It's still sideways. We saw that drop on Friday, and again sideways. I think this is going to be a theme: sideways and down. I really do. 34. Oh, Saint M, I like you. 25 again. Yeah, I've been 25 quite a few times. Thank you. How to Get Wealthy. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for the well wishes. Appreciate that. 42. That is still a good guess, Luke. I like that one still. A little bit under. Hayden, how we doing, buddy? Keep these good guesses coming. I'm happy with all of them so far. 38. Oh, that's even better. I like that one. Keep these low numbers coming. 43. Still low. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, buddy. That one, Sam. That one. 42. Good guess. Good guess. Not quite right, though. You know I'm younger than you. Mark, I'm going to do the really rude thing now. I'm going to ask how old you are, because usually I'm the oldest in the chat rooms, believe it or not. 39. Sam, you're a gentleman. I'm not 50. No, I'm not. Thank goodness. Thank you. I'm glad you said I'm not 50. 48. Now I'm offended, Hayden. No. You're all there or thereabouts, but none of you have hit it yet. Oh, big R. Very, very close there. Thank you, Hill Spice. Appreciate that comment. Thank you very much. Is this guess your age or your IQ? I'm not quite that old yet. Although I don't know if my IQ shrunk in the years, but it's decent. My beard's saying 25. Man, that's a good comment. I like that one. Hayden, you're a winner. Winner with a chicken dinner. There we go. Hayden's got it. But I'm not going to repeat it because it'll keep everyone else guessing. That's fine. No, I knew it would be banter, mate. It's not a problem. N. Raymond's not a problem at all. But yeah, so yeah, it's always nice to have people guess, and generally you all guess low, so that's good. What do I win? The kudos, Hayden. The kudos of being the one that got it right. Thank you, Ainsley. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't look it. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, Mr. Raymond. So appreciate that, buddy. I'd like to think I don't look that old. I certainly don't feel that old. But, you know, sometimes you just feel tired. I appreciate the comments. Thank you very, very much. Crypto keeping me young. I wish. To be fair, I mean, I think crypto at the moment is really simple. Crypto right now, it's a bear market. I'm investing in utility that I think comes good in a few years. I'm not day trading. I'm not really looking to take small profits and reaccumulate more volume. So I think crypto for me right now is a very simple life. I've got my projects that I like. I'm researching. And it's pretty stress-free. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate the well wishes. Did I ask the family to buy me some crypto? Honestly, mate, although they know that I do a lot about crypto, they wouldn't have a clue how to buy it. Even the free stuff I've had to show them how to do. 18 again. Oh, yeah. And again times half. Yeah. So, yeah. 18 a few times over. XRP. XRP is doing really, really well. XRP I really like. I put a video out this morning on an article that I found, and I think they're spot on. XRP is on the verge of flipping that 50 cent, 51 cents resistant level into support, and if it can do that, that is incredibly bullish. Of course, I'm bullish on XRP's use case anyway, but the price action is really, really strong, and we have established support now, bouncing off 51 twice. So that is actually really, really good. We've definitely established a platform here. I'm on the half-hour chart on YouTube if anyone wants to go and check it out. You'll see the charts as and when I review them. But yeah, XRP has done really, really well. All of these gains, it's consolidated, it pulled back a little bit and consolidated. And that's what we want to see, good, healthy growth. I'm so old looking. I would be, yeah, absolutely. I absolutely am. Thank you for the well wishes, appreciate that. 48 and 54. Oh, you nasty people. What my thoughts on ICP's potential all-time high? I think an all-time high on ICP is not very likely for a long, long time. We've got to remember, obviously, it launched at several $100s. That was all on the hype of what it could be. And I do believe long-term, 5-10 years, it could return to that price. I really am bullish on ICP. I like the use case. Crypto is Good is my absolute source of knowledge on all things ICP. He says things very simply, but he's a very knowledgeable guy. And he said it himself, if ICP gets adopted, and this recent hack on Binance illustrates it perfectly, cross-chain bridging is an inherent weakness, and it always will be. ICP does everything on-chain. You don't have that weakness. So it's a very different way of doing crypto and a very different approach, but it's a lot more secure. You do not have to go off-chain. So in ICP, you can work in Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever you like, and you never actually leave that chain. So it's all on-chain within ICP. There's none of this built, there's no integrations that you need to build to create those weaknesses with bridging. How do you find new coins to buy? It's just research, research, research. The more you research, the more you learn. You've got to be active on the socials. Twitter is a must-have. You need to get into things as early as possible and just do a lot of research. A lot of the stuff you find you will like, you will not like. Even some of the stuff you like, you maybe shouldn't buy if you do your research. There's a lot of projects out there that have great promise and never deliver. And it's really difficult to tell. So there's a few things you can do. So just lots of research, lots of socials. At the moment, in terms of crypto, if it's got utility, if it's got good partners, if the team's got good experience, and if the socials are busy, then it's usually a good sign. Not financial advice. What are my thoughts on Garlic Coin? I think it stinks. Not financial advice. I don't actually know. XRP to the moon, absolutely. Big supporter of XRP and Ripple. Bitcoin for me is, I think it's got a pretty good support level at the moment, around about that 18.5K level. We are threatening to go below that every now and again, and it wouldn't surprise me if we did. But we haven't done it for a while. I think if we break down past 18.5, we then see that kind of 17.6 that we had a while ago. We've got a lot of room to maneuver though. I mean, on the 30-minute chart at the moment on Bitcoin, there's a lot of headroom in there. If we zoom out to the dailies and things, it's really, really good. Hayden stacking up on Moonriver. Hayden, I think you're absolutely right to do that. Moonriver it's got so many dApps building on it. It's going up the charts in the terms of transactions on the network. It's a fantastic sister or canary network to Moonbeam, which I'm also hugely bullish on. But the tokenomics of Moonriver are superb. 10.5 million tokens, less supply than quant. And in terms of, let's just imagine that Moonriver gets to a $1 billion network, which isn't a lot in the grand scale of things. We saw in the last bull run, the likes of Solana, Luna, AVAX all come out within 1 or 2 years and get to 35 or 40 billion dollars. So, if Moonriver has a slither of that success and gets to $1 billion, then Moonriver is a $100 token. And people say that the price has come down since launch. All prices come down from launch. The difference being with Moonbeam and Moonriver, they launched at the end of the year or beginning of, in January. End of 2021 into 2022. So they never really had that full-on bull run or time to develop and grow the ecosystem. And now Moonbeam and Moonriver are absolutely slaying it. And as you say, I think I'm personally stacking up on Moonriver as well. I've got a decent lump of Moonbeam, which I will continue to DCA into. But I think any lump sums that I put into, I think it probably would be Moonriver right now. I really do. Or that or Quant. Tamadoge didn't do well when I bought in. To be fair, Tom, it didn't with me either. I wasn't going to buy into Tamadoge, and I got the FOMO. I went in there, and it dipped and dipped hard. I think it went down like 60%. It's on a bit of a move back up now, but I think it's just far too late. Tamadoge is a good one if you got in early. Other than that, I think we're too late. 36, I'll take that, Joe Swanson. Thank you very, very much. High Street slowly moving upwards. Yeah, High Street's got some good traction. Hopefully it'll do really, really well. As soon as you're financially able, investing £500 into XRP. I think this is the key thing. It's don't get into debt to invest. You should only play with disposable income. If it came to a choice of paying off debts or investing, I would always clear the debts first and then use disposable income only. Not financial advice, but I think if you've got debt, you should pay that off first. It's just general good practice. But obviously, never borrow to buy an investment. It's always a bad idea. Because, of course, if that investment goes down, you're out of pocket twice. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, Crypto Info. Appreciate that. Super Bear 43, a little bit under. Still love that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the birthday wishes, Kev. Appreciate that, buddy. Very, very much. 38, again, I will take 38. I think 38 is a reoccurring theme, and I will buy and I will take that. Do I buy NFTs? Yes, especially on the Kronos network. I really like the emerging NFT projects on the Kronos network. We've got things on there that I really support a lot because I like the team, like Unicron Hunters. We've also got projects that I support because they've got great utility, like the Lost Toys NFTs. I especially like the Lunicorn NFT because it gives you access to their Snipe Hub, which is a fantastic thing. I've got a few other NFT projects that I've bought into recently. I've actually got an upcoming AMA with Crowline Mars, which is a P2E NFT metaverse game. So by all means, check out the link in bio to that Discord. It's completely free. The AMA is this Monday, and you can find out all about that. It's come up very quickly. The team's really good. I like the people in it, and they've got big plans, and there's a lot in development. 36, Danny, I'll take that as well, buddy. Thank you very much. 44, now that's dangerously close, Alex. Dangerously close. 36, yeah, absolutely. What do I think of Luna C? Luna Classic for me is a dead token. It is a complete meme coin. The only utility it has is the burn. The 1.2 burn alone is nothing to get excited about. What is interesting is the fact you've got these exchanges now, like is it MXC and Binance, all coming out and saying that if certain criteria are met, they will burn extra volumes. That is good. That will encourage use case, but still, ultimately, it's a meme coin. There's no use case. Imagine a busy office building and everyone leaves. That's the Luna project. There's no one in there doing any work. It's just the people buying and selling that are doing the work. So that's not for me. People have made a lot of money off it, but for me, I would never touch Luna. 38, take that. Moonriver will do very well. Load it up on it and we'll trade into QNT when it moons. Think that's a really good move, Sam. I like that. Too late for Quant now, it's going up. It depends. If you're trading it, if you're day trading, then yes, possibly it's a bit expensive right now. For me personally on Quant, I'm holding Quant 4 or 5 years. I want to see 4 figures. So $138 or $140 or whatever it is now, that to me is not expensive for Quant. Long-term investment on Quant, I'm still expecting big returns. Currently $142. And Quant is consolidating higher each time, just like XRP is. Quant last year in the bull run was very, very volatile, whereas actually now it's very, very stable. And every time it has an increase, it seems to consolidate further up. So that for me is really positive on Quant. Will we see 16k Bitcoin next week? Never say never. I mean, I do personally think that the low at the moment is around about that 17.6 that we saw several months ago now, a few months ago now. I think that's the local bottom. If we break 17.6, then yes, we could see 16. Absolutely. 42, I'll take that. Oh, 45. You got it, Alex. Second person to get it right. Well done. What do you get? You get to share the kudos with Hayden. Do I think crypto market low is still on the way? For me personally, yes. This is still a bear market. We're barely into it. We've probably got another good 9 to 12 months of bear market conditions. Volatility galore. A lot of more bad things to happen with exchanges and things like that going bad, projects going under. We haven't seen the cull on projects yet that a bear market sees. When that comes in, we will see lower. So 17.5 at the moment is the big level of resistance that I think we need to test again. At some point, we will get there. And if we go below, then we could go quite a way below. The typical low for a bear market, you're looking at 90, 95%. That would put Bitcoin around about, I don't know, 10K, 12K. That's a typical bear market. But the crypto space is bigger than it's ever been. Yes, we're in a bear market, but there's more institutional money going through it. There's more retail money coming through it. I think people are now beginning to buy back in and start stacking the coins. And I know I've certainly started DCA again, as have a lot of other people I know. That's not saying that we're right or that we're the best, but we are aware of what projects we like long term, and we're buying them whilst they're cheap. Bought ethnicity and price shot up. Very, very nice. 42 Super Bear, I'll take that. Do I like Crow? Yes, absolutely. In terms of exchange tokens, Crow is my absolute favourite at the moment. I know that they've slashed their staking and spend rewards. It doesn't bother me. Their core business is as an exchange, and that they do very, very well. They're advertising heavily. Their platform's very easy to use. They've got a DeFi wallet attached to that exchange that can get them into the Kronos network. They can get them into DeFi really easily, really simply. They've got the NFTs all built in. I think Crow is just set up for a great run. It might not be as strong as the last bull run, or it could be even bigger, depending on how much the market blows up in the next bull run. We've got a year or two before we get there, and so there's a lot of work to do. And I think it's just who will survive the bear market. And I think Crow will do that. They've taken precautions in terms of spends, cutbacks and things to make sure that they can do that as best they can. Crypto is incredibly speculative. You're absolutely right, Seabus. Absolutely. It's that volatile, though. It's that risk. Risk to reward is nowhere better than crypto at the moment. Risk versus reward. But that word, risk, is the big word. Everything is risky. 34, I will take that. Birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Ilias. Congratulations for tomorrow. Is Moon River on eToro? Honestly, I do not know. Let's have a look at CMC and we'll list the exchanges. I think eToro would be included if it's there. So let's have a look. For me personally, I buy everything on KuCoin and then move it off onto their governance staking platform. So, but let's have a look. Moon River and exchanges. So if you're on YouTube, by all means hop over there. The link is in my bio. You will see my screen, just the charts that I look at, the information I find. It's just good to share the screen. Let's have a look. So it's on Binance, it's on KuCoin, it's on Gate.io, it's on Kraken, it's on Huobi, it's on LBank, it's on OKX, it's on Mexi, it's on Crypto.com, Bybit, Tokyo Crypto, CoinX, Bit4X, Digifinex, BitGet. Not on eToro. So it sounds like it's on most major exchanges, but not eToro. So unfortunately not, my friend. But it's on almost every other major exchange. Alex, absolutely right. It's that volatility. It's that risk-reward ratio. So we are comparing two different markets, but the risk to rewards are very different in those markets. Old. You're just old. Thanks, Lisa. What are your views on Litecoin? To be fair, I don't have any. It's not a coin I really know a lot about or very well. I tend to know a lot more about coins I hold because obviously you do a lot more research if you're buying. There's a lot of projects that I know a little bit about, but unfortunately Litecoin is not one of those. 34, I'm taking that. Is Solana going to bounce back? I mean, for me personally, I know a lot of people will disagree. I don't like Solana. I think Solana was great for NFTs. It is a good alternative for Ethereum in terms of cost, certainly, but it's not reliable. It's not safe. Why people think it's the future, why people think it's the Ethereum killer, I do not know. Price action wise, I couldn't really give a monkeys. Solana for me is not a good network. Ethereum is a good network. It's much more reliable. Now, even that went down last year with the Ball 8 Yacht Club stuff going on. It was just, it got killed. And that's volume. It's not scalable. And it can't cope with traffic. I mean, it's crashing in a bear market. Solana is trash. That's my personal opinion. And I don't think it's the future. I really, really don't. ICP is much more safe, much more scalable. Something emerging, and I'm going to keep using it as a cross-reference because it's something I'm really researching hard. Moonbeam, Moonriver, it's Ethereum on the Polkadot and Kusama networks. Much more stronger, much more scalable. Same Ethereum Solidity contract technology, but you can put it on Polkadot and Kusama, which it's an added benefit. And it'll be cheaper and faster and more secure than Solana. I think Solana is just trash. Personal. 43 is not a bad guess, T-Lou. Rolled, welcome, buddy. 42, Liam, I'll take that. Rolled 42, I'll take that as well. XRP thoughts holding firm at 1,000 XRP. I think that's a nice bag. Obviously, the size of people's bag is varying upon their personal circumstances. But if 1,000 XRP is what you've got in your portfolio, I like that a lot. I think it's a decent one. It puts you up in the upper half of the holder percentages, which is always good. The XRP Ripple, great use case. We just need the SEC lawsuit to end. We're seeing that price accumulation now with various bits of good news coming out. Still speculative, but we've seen a really good increase and it keeps consolidating higher. That's the really important bit. Ilias, 43 tomorrow is, again, a really good guess. Happy birthday for tomorrow. What's the birthday plan? Actually, tonight we're going to go and see a musical tonight. And then tomorrow we're at a theme park. So a nice busy weekend, but a chilled day at the moment. Hence I'm on now, not this evening. Getting some recordings done as well, stocked up ready for tomorrow. Does KuCoin give better staking percentage than Crow? I think you'll find every exchange is different for depending on what you want to stake. It's best just to shop around. I mean, Crow is going to be much easier to use with things like supercharger events as well are really good. But KuCoin is going to provide more in sort of different things that you can stake. Again, Binance is really good for staking, but they're all exchanges that you put it onto. The things that I tend to stake are things that you can stake on governance. So I've got Moonbeam staked on Moonbeam. I've got Moonriver staked on Moonriver. I've got ICP staked on NNS Governance Service. Everything, Polkadot isn't staked on Polkadot. I've got some Polkadot now staked on Parallel Finance, which is on the Polkadot network. I've got some Polkadot I've got most of my Polkadot in the parachains. So crowdfunding. Just catching up with your messages. 38, 46 is close, but a little bit over. 50th, you cheeky bugger. 150 sold, so I hope you're wrong. Alex, absolutely. I'm not. In terms of people that hold it already, I know why they hold it. It looks like it's the best out there at the moment, and it's certainly performed really, really well. In terms of it being the future, I just don't know. But for me personally, I don't think it's the future, and I think the next bull run. The next round of layer ones that we see will just completely outclass Solana. As I said, that's my personal opinion. Solana going to zero. Oh, that's harsh. Cash out now. 37, Wayne, I like that guess. Thank you very much. Chips, thank you for the well wishes. Thank you. Mr. Ron 41, I'll take that. Chips, thank you for the rose, buddy. Appreciate that support. Uphold for staking and KuCoin. Yeah, Uphold and KuCoin, definitely two strong ones. I obviously like KuCoin, but I don't actually even use KuCoin to stake. I stake all of my stuff actually with the governance tokens. So that kind of helps the project the most. Not necessarily the best return, but certainly the safest in my opinion, because it's not on an exchange. The only exception to that at the moment, as I said, I've got some more Polkadot the other day, and I've staked that on Parallel because I can provide it with their paired liquidity tokens, which is almost zero risk for 32%. So that's really cool. Have I looked into Kudos yet? I haven't, no. What about banks? Will they offer staking in the future? I believe so, yeah. Banks will get involved in DeFi. It will not be as competitive as we see the true DeFi space now. It will be more like CeFi, centralized finance. But it should be more efficient than the current lending system. So we should see better returns because the banks will try and act as a middleman, and I think they'll set up their own networks in effect, and they will make their money from the network fees rather than interest or a commission. Suspect 1978. That's a really good guess. Very, very close. 44, Don. Again, very, very close. Same as Suspect. Very, very close. 38, I will take that, absolutely. Thank you for smashing these likes, by the way. I really appreciate your support, people. If you keep doing that, I'll be really, really happy. Just to let you all know, obviously, whilst I'm here, I have got some AMAs coming up in the next week or so. So this coming Monday, in the Discord, we have an AMA with Crolon Mars. Big supporter of the Kronos Network. Kev, you're right. Well done. So yeah, big support of the Kronos Network, and Crolon Mars are an NFT gaming project that are on there. Tokens already out, NFTs are already out, game is coming out soon, that is nearly ready. But yeah, AMA on Monday, and we've also got another AMA coming up a week Monday with Serenity Shield, which is a fantastic utility use case, real world use case solution for crypto. You're not going to want to miss that one. So hop in the links in my bio, check out the free Discord, and put a reminder in for those AMAs. Quality projects. But as I said, that Serenity Shield one's going to be really good, especially if you are my age with a family. It's going to be interesting to you, certainly. Matty, yeah, absolutely. Slinky was wishing me a happy birthday yesterday, but I've continued the birthday on for 24 hours. I didn't get a chance to go live, so unlike the Queen, or unlike the Queen was, I'm going to have an actual birthday and a birthday on TikTok. But at least, yeah, Slinky knows me personally, so that's cool. Do I think it's strange Ripple giving up a node and letting Expector have it needed for case? Yeah, I mean, the nodes and how the network is serviced could become relevant to the case. Maybe trying to put some distance between themselves and the node network for the XRPL. It's a really good question. Only they really know the answer, of course, but I think the more distance Ripple put between themselves and XRP in terms of ownership and proprietary, I think that makes them stronger in the case. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Lynn. I appreciate that very, very much. XRP supporter, I see. Fantastic. Thoughts on Polygon? Polygon Network is the best Layer 2 solution for Ethereum by far. I think Matic's going to be having a really bullish run. 48! Oh, honestly, I don't like it anymore. But yeah, I mean, Matic is really, really strong. I do like it. It's got some great use case. I love QuickSwap. I like DFYN. I like Aave. They're all fantastic DeFi opportunities on the Matic network. And of course, we've got the Disney NFT deal as well. So that's going to be really, really strong. You are here, Chris. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. 22. Come on. I'll take that. Thank you very much. 34, I'll take that as well, JFP. That is superb. Thank you. So I love it when you're under. I love it. Homer, good guess. Good guess. Not quite there. So yeah, I mean, Matic is absolutely fantastic. As I said, it's certainly on my accumulation list. As I said earlier, Moon River, I think, is Moon River and Quant are my main priorities right now. I've got a lot of Moonbeam already, and I'm moving over to Moon River, which is seeing much quicker adoption. But that was always going to be the case because it is the canary or sister network for Moonbeam. So Moon River is always going to move before Moonbeam. And it was out a little bit early. It was adopted and ready and developed a little bit quicker. But also the tokenomics of Moon River are superb. So yeah, really big fan on those. But in the meantime, when you have to use the Ethereum network for a lot of the best projects out there, Matic, Polygon is the way to go. 54, bow, you meanie. Yeah, so it's been guessed right a couple of times. It was 45 this year. So yeah, if you haven't guessed 45, you got it right. I've only seen a couple of you get it right, though. Some being mean with really high ages, but yeah. 41 just for men. No just for men yet. All au naturel. Although it has been suggested I might want to dye the beard, but we'll see. I'll see how that goes. Thank you for the rose, Lynn. Appreciate that. 58. Oh, you're getting meaner. Did you go crypto shopping with your birthday money? Alex, do you know what? I haven't. I did go Moon River shopping with my crypto money, but that was my own. Yeah. Akala is thankfully back up and running. And although I love the Akala use case, the damage that's been done to that network and that project through the exploit. I cashed out a third of my Akala yesterday and put it into Moonriver. Still holding Akala just in case it comes back really strong. But yeah, they've had big problems, and I'd rather go with Moonriver at the moment. XLM big mover than XRP and Quant in the last 24 hours, but nobody ever mentions XLM's moving, is it? Let's have a look at XLM. XLM. Yeah, wow. Okay, I'm on the half-hour chart at the moment on YouTube. So let's have a look. So that went from 11.7 cents up to 12.7. So up 0.5%. So yeah, I mean that was up a good 5-6% in like an hour. So that was good, and it continued. So actually, it topped out at 12.7. So it gained 8 or 9% in about a day and a half. Maybe actually a day. I'm on the half hour. I've got to remember that. But yeah, huge volume going into XLM, and I do like XLM. I do hold a little bit. I don't dollar cost average into XRP anymore, but if I was to buy more in the ISO realm, it would be XLM first and foremost. XDC is also very, very good, but that's much more institutional. There'll be no DeFi or NFTs on there, really. Very, very commercial network. But that's the whole point with ISO. It's commercial. Thoughts on a bag of XDC aiming to reach 100,000 tokens? I think XDC is solid. I do like XDC a lot. I think it's a really, really good network. As I was just saying, though, very commercial. But I think that's the whole point of these tokens. ISO is going to be very commercial, very institutional, and XDC is doing that. I think, if I remember rightly, the Australian white paper for their CBDC, it's XDC. They are using XDC in Australia's CBDC solution test. So it's going to be really interesting to watch that, because that's a really early CBDC using an ISO token XDC, not XLM, not XRP. And it's like I've always said, these tokens, these ISO certified or approved token projects, they are not necessarily going to be adopted, and certainly not one for all. Still very, very speculative. What's the best crypto to buy at the moment? I could not tell you that. It's financial advice. I know what I like. I know what I'm buying at the moment. The best crypto is also subjective as to how you trade and how long you want to hold. So I could not answer that. The best crypto for you to buy at the moment is the one that you believe in the most, with the most utility for the best returns, depending on how you trade. Thoughts on Quant? Very, very bullish on Quant. I think Quant will be involved in almost all of the CBDCs. It has to, because regardless of what blockchains they use for stablecoins and CBDCs, they all need to be interoperable. And that is where Quant comes into its own. It is interoperable with all blockchains. It is blockchain agnostic, and therefore it just works. So really, really solid. Looking to get an HNT miner, what do you think? Bao, honestly, in my area, I thought I was going to get good results. I got one last year, waited 9 months for it, and it was rubbish. And the rewards are just going to get worse and worse and worse. I think as a miner, your rewards aren't worth it. They're certainly not worth the price of the miner. They're certainly not worth the token price at the moment. So yeah, really, really disappointed in HNT. I think the network and the token will perform very, very well. Will continue to. There's always FUD around HNT. Is it a Ponzi? Is it not a Ponzi? How many of these partners that they got are real? Is the volume going through the partnership real? But ultimately, the miners don't give you a very good return. And I actually doubled my money by selling it. And I'm glad I did, because the token performance in terms of price and mining, not hash rate, but mining rewards, HNT rewards per day, witnessing, was awful. Just not worth the investment. So whilst I think mining and passive income is fantastic, HNT is very, very diluted. And I think because they only have a set amount of HNT, and the more people come on the network to mine, the more dilute it gets. And it's gone crazy. My top 5, Polkadot, Quant, Moonbeam, Moonriver, and ICP. Was that 5 or 6? I can't remember. I've also got Crow and XRP right at the top there, but they're not in the top 5 anymore. What's happening with XRP? Not too much at the moment, to be fair. XRP is consolidating above 51 cents. That seems to be where we're getting some support at the moment. Certainly around that 51.4. So we're probably about to come down and test that again. But we have bounced off that kind of area 3 times since coming above 51 cents. We come back down and tested that 3 times. So likelihood is we are establishing, especially over the weekend when trade is relatively low, I think we're going to establish that as our mean territory, around about 51.5. Done a video on XCN that you mentioned, also found it to be audited by Certic. Any project that's been audited by Certic, I really respect. Certic are a great auditing and security business company project. So that's really, really good. That's really bullish for that project, and I will definitely be checking out that video bacon sandwich for sure. I know that you've been looking at XCN a while. What's my favourite crypto to buy right now? My personal favourite crypto to buy right now is Moon River. That's what I'm accumulating above all else at the moment. Very, very bullish on Moonbeam and Moon River. I've got a bag of Moonbeam that I'm still DCAing into, but in terms of accumulation, it's going to be Moon River for me. What about Pi? I've been in the space now for 1.5 years. Pi had already been out for about a year and a half before I started. And although outwardly they say that they're making progress and they've done all these stages to their development, I don't believe it's a scam because they don't mine your data. There's no data mining going on. There are adverts, but you can skip them, so they don't make revenue out of that. So I'm dubious as to how Pi make their money if it's a scam. But also, I'm starting to believe that the project will just never launch. So, for me personally, I do not mine Pi anymore. I do have it. I do have a network, but I don't use it anymore. I've deleted the app, and it doesn't bother me. But if Pi ever launches, there'll be so many people holding so many millions of Pi, the price will be pathetic. Gotta be the big 5-0. Not quite yet, Doctor, I'm afraid. A little bit high. Somebody at the door. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully a parcel for me, but probably not. It's my son's birthday as well. We're 2 days apart, so we've got gifts arriving for him as well. Is Pi crypto real? As I said, I don't know how it would be a scam, but I also don't believe it's a real. So it's a really difficult one, Pi. I really liked the look of it when I started, and I'm just bored of it now. Omax isn't one I'm heard of, I'm afraid. Crypto Tony, welcome. Thank you for the birthday wishes, buddy. Appreciate that. Is Moon River on to hold long term? Yes. Moon River is definitely a long term hold. Current market cap is below 40 million. Token supply is only 10.5 million max. And it is a very rapidly growing network on Kusama, a sister project to Moonbeam on Polkadot. And the transaction rates per day are going up. The number of dApps are well over 100 now. It is developing very, very fast. I really like the way that Moon River are going. They could go up in value as well in the bear market, depending on how well they do. But we are in a bear market. We are macroeconomically weak. I'm expecting the whole market to go down further. In which case, I just carry on buying because I believe Moonbeam and Moon River have a really strong chance of being very strong in the next bull run, if not before. But definitely a long-term hold. I am a long-term investor. I'm not a trader. I am an investor. That means everything I buy to hold for the long term. I look at the speculative value in the future. That's why ICP I'm really bullish on. Nowhere near adoption yet. Great tech, but at the moment underutilized and under-adopted. So I think ICP is one that I'm holding on to for 3 to 5 years before it reaches that point. And I've got it staked for 8 years, 6 years, and 4 years, and 2 years. So I've got it staked on their governance service for a long time. So yeah, definitely a long-term investor. Start accumulating Luna. Oh, no. Not for me, Luna. Not for me. XRP gradually recovering. I mean, this is it. I mean, XRP, there's so much positive news out there. There's real consensus that we could be near the end of the lawsuit. It's got to be said, I've been in crypto a while now, and it's always been post-lawsuit. So there's always been kind of, we could settle any day, that kind of excitement around it. But I think now more than ever, there really is more potential for settlement than ever. and it'd be really interesting to see if that happens. So Twinklebeak, welcome, buddy. Good to see you. How much and how can you make your own coin? If you wanted to make a coin, you would need to develop a blockchain, which is quite expensive. But if you just wanted to launch a token, it's actually surprisingly easy and cheap. There are actually websites and launch things now that will do it out there for a very small fee. It's really easy to do. Very, very, very easy to do. Thank you for the likes and the follows, people. I do appreciate that. Keep them coming. When will XRP peak? When the lawsuit ends. And then when use case kicked in. When will that be? 63. Oh, you mean? Glenn, that was a shot below the belt. Thank you for continuing to hit those likes. But yeah, I mean, XRP is one of those. It is performing well because of speculation regarding settlement. If settlement doesn't happen, it will come tumbling back down. If it does, it'll shoot up, even in the bear market, because people have been waiting a long time. I'm bored of waiting for consultation. Where's the millionaires at today? Millionaires at the moment are probably just kicked back on a beach somewhere, riding out the bear market. Tamadoge. Tamadoge is one that I did not get into early, despite being advised to do so by people around me, because I don't generally do those kinds of plays. But then I looked at the utility, it started shooting up, then I FOMO'd in, and then it crashed 60%. So that's why I don't play with them. If you're not in early, you won't do well. It does have long-term potential, to be fair. It's doing some good things. The white paper's good. Yes, it's a little bit memey sounding, but actually it's a half-decent project. And if they deliver on the roadmap, I believe it'll do well. I just think when it got up to 170 million market cap, it was overvalued. So I'm not surprised it crashed 60%. And that's I nearly bought in at the top. I did FOMO. Light at the end of the tunnel for XRP. Not sure of the figure. $8 to $12 would do. I think once we see an end to the lawsuit and real use case coming back and proper exchange relistings, $8 to $12 is reasonable. My sell target is $5 to $10. By the time I get to $10, I will have a small bag left as a moon bag. So I've got a very firm sell plan on XRP. Starts at $5. So I firmly believe we'll smash the all-time high. Even in the bear market, I think that's possible on settlement. As I said, it's not financial advice, it's just my personal thoughts and opinions. But I personally feel that XRP is just primed to break all-time high as soon as that settlement happens. We will see movement like you've probably never seen before, even in the bear market. Moon River now is about $11. Let's have a look. Is Mover on here? Yes, it is. So Mover at the moment is $10.96. It sounds expensive, but it only has a maximum supply of 10.5 million. So that is actually a market cap at the moment of about 36 million, because a lot of tokens are still part of the parachains, a lot of tokens are staked, so they're not actually in circulation. But yeah, Moon River for me is a big one. Yes, the price has come down since launch. Obviously, people always poo on the price. But they launched at the end of 2022 into the beginning of the end of 2021 and beginning of 2022. It launched, it saw the launch dump, and then the market was bad. So yeah, of course it is. But they have been funded a lot of Polkadot in the parachains on Kusama, and I think that they'll bounce back really strongly. The development's going really well. I mean, if I look at the chart, the half-hour chart, I mean, it's primed for a big run-up. And we saw it run from like $10.5 up to $13.5 within a day, not long ago. So we could come back down again to about 10.5. I don't think we are. I think we're consolidating, because since then we've gone sideways on around about 11.15. So I'm expecting it to bounce back up on the half-hour chart, very, very soon, hopefully. As I said, I did buy more at $11. I'm happy with that, as I'm holding it long-term. And if it gets to $1 billion market cap, which is nothing for a layer 1 blockchain, 1 billion would see it at $100. And we saw Solana, AVAX, Luna within 1 to 2 years in a bull run do 40 billion. So I think that's a really small target. Thank you for the call on the carb. I appreciate that. Bought equal of both. VVS Finance. VVS I still really like. It's that question as to whether or not it can survive the bear market. They launched early on Kronos, and Kronos launched when Crow was at its pinnacle. So when Crow was right at the top, they released the Kronos network. VVS and Tectonic came out. They suffered the post-launch dump, and then it was horrendous after that. So if they can survive, I believe that they are a good project on Kronos network. And I believe that they will have been around the longest. First to market means a lot, but not if you don't survive. Sorry about that. Just getting a little doggy in from the garden. Will Bitcoin drop any further? Yes, I believe so. I mean, we are macroeconomically very, very weak right now, folks. There's no denying that. 17.6, I think, is the local bottom on Bitcoin, but we could break down on that. We're very, very weak in the economy right now. It would not surprise me for that to go down. But right now, Bitcoin is very sideways. Very, very sideways. Let's just try and get another time frame on Bitcoin. They've all changed to half an hour now. What a pain. What's happening with XRP? XRP is consolidating above 51. And I've got no problem with that at all. Yeah, we've seen a massive run up from about 32 cents. We saw that run up really quickly. We've dropped a bit and consolidated each and every time. That is really healthy. Yes, it's speculative because everyone thinks that the court case is going to settle at last. If it doesn't, the price will come back down. Of course it will. But I think now more than ever, there's more positivity around the case than ever before. I really, really do. There's a lot more to be positive about in the case, especially since Judge Torres' ruling with regards to the Hinman documents. I think they're crucial. The SEC do not want those documents to come out at all, and they will probably be scratching for a settlement anytime they can get one. But Ripple, they want not just to be declared a non-security asset, they want to have clarity for the industry as well. They have openly said this, and that could ultimately cause a delay to any settlement. Very sideways. What does that mean? It means it's just going to go sideways. A lot of volatility, but generally sideways. Not even this, not even that, just a lot of that. That's generally what Bitcoin's doing right now. And every now and again it drops a little bit more and goes sideways. So it's just generally sideways and then down, sideways and then down. That's all Bitcoin's going to do. I don't see any reason for Bitcoin to be bullish at all. 31's a good guess. I like that. Nice and low. Guessing you're 18. Jack, you're a legend. Thoughts on Ever? It's a lot low. I have a pump soon. Ever's not one I'm familiar with, but let's have a little look-see. Is that Ever Rise? Ever Scale? Not one I've ever heard of. Ever Scale, has to be said. Let's have a little look at it. Market cap 73 million, fully diluted 118, 62% supply and circulation. Launched in October 20. Did not really perform brilliantly in the bull run. Did not have a tear away. It did come up, as the whole market did, but it didn't tear away. It's been generally downward. For me personally, I think that's a product in decline. They did run up in the bull run, but they didn't really achieve new all-time highs. They did nothing spectacular. I think that's a product in decline. I haven't even done the research. It could be wrong, but I'm looking at that chart from October 20 downwards. It's just down, 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 with spikes in the bull run. It's not a great chart. What's the best crypto to invest in for the next year? I can't give that financial advice, Darren, I'm afraid. Is Shiba Inu finished? No, not by a long way. It's a huge community of Shiba, and they're still developing lots of things. I don't like it. It is a meme token at the moment, and I don't like meme tokens. But crypto is a fickle thing. If it gets a following and a community around it like Shiba has, it can always run. Of course, it's got institutional holders now, though. So every time it does run, it dumps. So it's a double-edged sword. But no, I don't think Shiba's finished. I think as long as the institution can make money out of it, it'll stay alive. Bitcoin to 200k in 2025? Possible, definitely. 68. Nasty, man. Which platform do I use to buy crypto? Various, but my main exchange of choice is KuCoin. Really happy to use KuCoin all day long. But I will use anything. I mean, in terms of dollar cost averaging, I will always on-ramp or off-ramp through crypto.com and then just use XLM or XRP to transfer to KuCoin, buy whatever I want to buy, and then move it to wherever I need it. Can I hold Ripple for 5 years? Are you talking Ripple shares or are you talking XRP token? Two different things. You can hold anything for as long as you like. Right then, folks, I am actually going to call it a day there. I've got a few things to do before this evening when I go out for some birthday treats. So I will catch you all later on. Thank you so much for your support. We've had some great numbers in there today, some really good likes and comments and follows. Appreciate all of that, really, really do. As I said, we've got lots of AMAs coming up hopefully as well, so join that free Discord. The link's in the bio. And if you want to see my screen next time round, try subscribing to YouTube as well, and you can get to see everything that I look at, completely free. It's just nice to see. But yeah, I'll catch you all again very, very soon. Thanks again for your comments and your support, and I'll see you all very, very soon.